There's a big difference between plagiarizing something and using something as reference. If you're referencing something, you're pretty much taking the essence of that and then recreating it in your own way through animation. Plagiarism is almost like a frame by frame copy of whatever you are looking at and putting it into your own work. So let's take a look at some real life examples of this. On LinkedIn, I saw something and it looked really familiar. And I don't think any amount of rendering is even helping this. I think it's an interesting way to hide the plagiarism. But if you scroll down, you'll notice that this looks okay, but why does it feel so familiar? And it dawned on me that it came from this Agora demo for this rig. It's literally the same action, minus the camera move at the end. The rest of it's more or less the same. And we can analyze this if we bring it into any type of editing program or sync sketch even. If we just frame through the shot, we can see what's going on here. Like the cat's coming in from the screen right to the screen left. What's interesting is that the tail overlap isn't even working properly. Usually whenever a tail is overlapping, you want to follow the trajectory of that tail, and this one is currently not doing it. So the butt of the tail is leading the action. That means the tip of the tail is going to follow and drag behind, and basically be somewhere around here. What's funny is that even though they're trying to plagiarize this thing, they're not even copying it properly. So I guess at that point, would that actually be reference, or is that just laziness? And then here, the tail's going the opposite way. It needs to go this way. It needs to follow the tail tip from the past. What's interesting too is that there's a moment where the cat is still in step mode, not really moving. So he's picking and choosing his moments on when he wants to be on 2s and when he wants to be on 1s. I don't know if he forgot to hit spline or if he's actually being particular on the frame rate. I guess we'll find out once we look at the Agora video. But even when we watch this section where the cat starts to skid out, this is important to pay attention to, like the design of the cat, so we can compare it to the Agora video. How the screen right leg is planted and then the screen left leg is up in the air, and this tail is doing this curly S shape, and the line of action of the cat's going this way. And we can ask ourselves, is this plagiarism? Let's see. So here's the frame from the Agora video. The screen right leg is on the ground, the screen left leg is in the air. It's not as pushed as the Agora one. The tail is still doing that S shape, and the body line of action is a little bit more deeper compared to the previous one. If I were to go back to that frame like that. And then even as it skids out, we can look at this frame and say, hey, okay, it's laying down, the head is overlapping here, the screen left leg is now up in the air, the tail's out that way. Is that happening here in the Agora video? Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing. This leg is up in the air, body's flat, head and neck are overlapping. I just had to double check too to see if the Agora video was also using different frame rates, jumping between 1s and 2s, but it's not, so I think this is just probably he forgot to hit the spline button. And when you watch this together, it's pretty obvious that this is plagiarized. This isn't reference at all. Reference essentially is that you take the energy of what the Agora cat is doing, and then you push it and make it different than your original. You want to basically find those areas that you like, let's say the skid and the wipeout. You can do that, but maybe it happens in a different way. Maybe there's different timing. Maybe the spacing is different. I wouldn't necessarily, go in here and then say, hey, I like this slip, I'm going to copy that exact pose. That to me is plagiarism. It's not reference. Especially when you're referencing other animation. I think it's a little bit different when you're referencing live action video that you did of yourself. When you're shooting live action reference, you're basically taking that essence and energy from that reference and you're going to incorporate that into your animation. So you might find cool poses in there that you can steal, but you're more or less using it for checking like the body mechanics to see if that is working, watching what's leading, what's following, You're also focusing on the timing, on how long it takes for your body to move to do certain things. And you're not straight up rotoscoping like how you would in those early 2000s videos where people would just literally mimic the video reference on a pixel by pixel basis. So if I had someone submitting this for my class, I would have to tell them to redo it because this is just straight up copying. And if you want to learn animation from me, I do teach at Animation Mentor. I'm currently doing advanced acting. I was also a student here a long time ago, so I know the struggles and I can help you with that if you sign up with me, or you can reach out directly to me at animatebetter.us@gmail.com. And it's funny because when you submit work like this, literally anyone, like if someone had an inkling of this Agora video existing and they watch this cat on a demo reel, even if we go back to that rendered version, like it's nice, it's pretty, it's rendered, cool. It hides a lot of the animation stuff, which is kind of funny because you're hiding the plagiarism with the lighting. Even though it's polished and lit and you can throw it on a demo reel, let's say, someone will see that and be like, I've seen that before. And as soon as you get that inkling, man, you lost it. Like the demo reel, no one really cares anymore because they know you plagiarized it. So it's better to show original work to the point where you don't want the recruiter or the animation lead or the animation supervisor to even have that question in their mind of, have I seen this before? Because you already lost them. Hopefully that made sense. If you have any more questions about this, please let me know, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!